Hi and welcome to the Sport.ca show. I'm your host, Aaron Daw. This is Canada's #1 online broadcast that features local sports and local teams from all across this great sporting nation. We are broadcasting countrywide to highlight your sport, your team, and your stories. Playing Pee Wee hockey in Moose Jaw, cheering for your high school basketball team in Hamilton, coaching a soccer team in St. John's, you send in your stories and we'll broadcast it. This is your show at Sport.ca where we bring it all together. Our first report comes from Newfoundland. Turning to hockey, the CBR Renegades earned their 7th and 8th wins of the season. The 7th win for the Renegades came via St. John's as they defeated the Caps 4-1. It was an important win after their recent loss to the Mount Pearl Blades. Jared Andrews scored a goal in the second period and was a major contributor to the win. For his efforts, he was awarded the Fog Devils Hard Hat Award. CBR earned their 8th win of the season with an exciting 4-3 victory over the Avalon Celtics. CBR's Riley Baggs was named the Fog Devils' hardest working player for the game. CBR is now the highest scoring team on average in the Adam A League. They now hold a record of 8 wins and 1 loss and appear to be the cream of the crop of the division. In other hockey news, for the first time this season, the Kinsmen played their entire roster. No injuries, no suspensions, or no illnesses. Despite showing improvement, they were defeated by the CBR Parsons team 7-3. Ashley Hammond was awarded Player of the Game for delivering a gutsy performance. She returns to the lineup after a lengthy recovery from a preseason injury. Up next for the Kinsmen is a game against the Mount Pearl A&W at the Glacier. The Ghouls played their first game at an A division on November 21st. They took the ice against the CBR Renegades for the first time this season. The first place Renegades proved too much and defeated the Ghouls an astonishing 9-0. And here's a breaking story just into Sport.ca. The Bud Blaze stumbled out of the gates with a record of 0-2 to start the season. They made a decision today to try and bolster the depth of their club. The Blaze shipped off top-line defenseman Paul Mitchell-Moore to the C-Rob Renegades. In return, the club received a former outstanding junior talent, Trevor Thorne. Thorne is 6'2", 160-pound forward who spent last year with the Mount Pearl Junior Blades, posted 47 points, 21 goals, and 26 assists in just 27 games last season. We'll keep you monitored as to how these trades work out throughout the year. And now moving to news from Ontario hockey. The Vaughan Flames defeated Brampton for the second time at South Fletcher's Arena. The score was 3-2, ending in a shootout. Jillian Apps received 2 and 5-minute penalties and a game misconduct for an attack on Vaughan defenseman Kerry Whalen. The Flames coach, Jamie Maguire, hopes the CWHL will step in and hand out a lengthy suspension. Folks, I'm warned that violence is never a necessary thing in hockey, and I seriously hope that the CWHL takes a serious look at this case. Turning to the FNHL. According to league standards, Andy Rogers is still considered a rookie since he's been playing for less than 5 years. Rogers has made a sudden surge and scored many goals recently. Conditioning coach Guy Lamoro credits Rogers' disciplined exercise program and a new focus with the increase in performance. Rogers has also switched to a shorter stick and increased his foot speed. Overall, there has been noticeable improvement in his game. Rogers credits his teammates and most notably Ken Campbell. In a statement to Sport.ca, Rogers says, "I really have to give a lot of thanks to Ken for setting me up so often. I usually just have to put my stick on the ice and somehow he manages to get it to me. He's also been a real inspiration in the dressing room." That's touching, guys. It's very touching. Just give me a second. Okay. And now some news from the courts as we take a look at what's happening in Newfoundland basketball. In a very close game between Powerade and M&M, Powerade came out on top with a final score of 85-84. In a second-place game between Coke and Donini's, Donini's came out on top of Coke, beating them 80-76. The next game will be played in the EVH Gym on Sunday, November 25th. And folks, I just want to let you know that basketball, we're not getting enough information on basketball, and we really would like to have some more. So feel free to send your stories out there. And rock on, Donini's. You have my favorite basketball team name. And now to Newfoundland curling. Here are some updates. By the 6th draw of the REMAX Super League curling on Wednesday night, there were 2 undefeated teams. Noseworthy's Rink showing a record of 4-0, and Pettigrew at 3-0. Both teams met with tough opponents who needed a victory to stay in the game. The Pettigrew squad suffered their first loss to the Skeins Rink, while Noseworthy increased their wins to a 5-0 record. The team is now able to afford a loss and remain in first place. In the results of the rest of the Super League games, Thomas Rink defeated Gary Pinson's senior men's team 10-4. Henderson's squad suffered a loss to Noseworthy with a final score of 3-9. Cunningham lost in a close game against P.F. Collins Sundance Provincial Airlines, finishing 6-7. Alex Smith's Rink came out on top after facing off against Devereaux with a score of 3-10. In other curling news, Team Noseworthy bows out of the playoffs early yet again. Noseworthy's squad of Mike Adam, Jamie Korab, Ryan LeDrew, as well as Mark Noseworthy, didn't do as well as expected at the travel spiel. What a shocker. In the semi-final match against Toby McDonald Rink, the Noseworthy team was out-curled by McDonald Backend, who had a combined age of 108. That's that experience for you, boy. The game ended in a 9-4 win in 9 ends. Team McDonald would go on to win the travel spiel. And now it's time for scores and standings. Alliant Pee-wee AAA hockey continues going strong. We're looking forward to them sending in sport reports on their exciting games. Here is this week's standings. For more results of the Alliant Pee-wee AAA League, visit news.sport.ca. And now for bowling. This week we received the results of the Newfoundland Pearlgate Pro Bowling League and Plaza Bowl. Looks like some great bowling action going on in Newfoundland. And here are the results. For more bowling, check out news.sport.ca. And now it's time for a salute to the users of Sport.ca. For our Smackdown of the Week this week, we return to Newfoundland and the CBR Renegades for their 9-0 annihilation against the Ghouls. Way to lay the smacketh down, CBR. This week's Player of the Week is Joshua Butt from St. John's Minor Novice Hockey. He won the Fog Devils Hard Hat Award for his efforts. Way to go, Josh. This week's Pitcher of the Week, we go to the Vaughan Flames and Jillian Apps, as well as Kerry Whalen. Oh, this is that possible suspension hit by Jillian Apps. Or is it just a face-off? I'm not sure. But that's what this week's Pitcher of the Week. And that's our show for today. We covered the sports that you were playing and watching. Hockey, soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, and any other sport you guys are playing. You send it to Sport.ca and we'll broadcast it. Don't forget to tune in next time for the latest in local sport from across Canada. Thanks for watching.